call because I feel like it's just an echo chamber today. Everybody is agreeing with you.
Well, they're not, though, are they?
Sexist. Yeah, pardon?
They're not, though, are they?
Well, a little bit. Everybody's sexist.
No,
We're ignorant. And and by the way, we voted Brexit. But what I want to say is, I think in the beginning we all embraced her, and
exactly. Sorry, you've misunderstood.
No, let me finish. The Queen was the one who, we all embraced her. I thought, she's a breath of fresh air. She's different.
So what changed?
The anti-Kate. I tell you what. When you cherry pick articles about the baby bump, which is just stupid clickbait. I mean, that's what the press does. They do stupid clickbait.
And where do you get your information about the royal family from?
It's that. We read it. Do I dislike Meghan because she held her bump? No, I don't care.
No, but if you're not getting your information from the newspapers, where are you getting it from?
Meaning what?
About the royal family.
I still read the papers.
Right.
Like, what are you asking? What I'm saying is that you are claiming that she's bullied. Meghan is bullied. Have we forgotten that Camilla Parker Bowles went through the exact same thing, if not worse? She was pilloried. She was the Rottweiler.
Camilla Parker Bowles was perceived as breaking up Prince Charles and Diana's marriage.
Pardon?
Camilla
Parker Bowles was... My point being...
So if I said, why have people taken against Camilla Parker Bowles?
She was the most bullied woman, and we're forgetting that. The press does this.
We're not forgetting that, because if I said, why is everybody being so mean?
Oh, crikey. We must be racist because we don't like her.
No, if everybody said, why is everybody being mean to Camilla Parker Bowles, and you rang up and said, well, she was Prince Charles's mistress, she's the reason why we have our first ever divorced monarch, I'd go, that's a good reason. That's a good reason. So now I say about Meghan Markle...
You're saying that she's been bullied disproportionately than anybody else because she's a woman and we're afraid of...
So why do you think she has, then?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think she has. The reason... I'll tell you what turned me against, what really put a bad taste in my mouth was the documentary. One, for months they have been building up this website. This has been very, very premeditated.
How do you know?
I think it's the indignity... How do you know they've been building up this website? These things don't come
No, but where do you get that information from? It sounds to me like you're cherry picking newspaper articles.
Because I'm clever, and you don't build these things out of thin air. They come with months and months of planning.
Okay, so you didn't hear about it.
I don't need a paper to tell me that.
Oh, okay. How do you know it even exists?
I don't need you to tell me that.
How do you know it even exists? Because you're clever, but didn't you ring in to tell me that there was something wrong about echo chambers painting other people as not clever?
No, the point being...
No, you did. I was here.
Yes.
Right. So you get all your information from newspapers and you're clever, but you don't like echo chambers. So here's the question. Why did you turn against... Why did you turn against Meghan Markle?
All of your callers have been agreeing with you, yes.
No, all of my callers have made sense until now. So why did you turn against Meghan Markle?
What I'm turning against actually is you, because you are the one who will...
Yes, but I'm not interested in me.
Everybody is racist or we're sexist.
No. Why do you not like her then? Why does she leave a nasty taste in your mouth, January?
Well, it's actually even not her, it's him.
No, we're talking about her. You said the moment she left a nasty taste in my mouth.
Family.
Yes.
And the fact is, when you do
so you're going to pretend you didn't just say that.
You do a documentary in Africa, for instance,
yes,
and you're in probably the poorest country in the world, one of the poorest countries in the world,
yes,
and they're doing fantastic things, and they have such great reception. Everybody was applauding the trip. It was a success. And then they do a documentary, and what do they talk about? They talk about themselves. And I find that really undignified. It's just, they were claiming how, you know what?
So when they're asked questions about themselves, what should they say?
I don't think they shouldn't have said anything.
The mirror we refuse to face. My dear viewers, sometimes a single conversation can peel back the layers of a much larger truth. A truth about how we've been conditioned to think, to judge, to hate. On a recent LBC radio broadcast, we heard it unfold in real time. A caller, voice dripping with contradictions, laid bare the insidious ways media manipulation, unconscious bias, and public conditioning have shaped how we talk about Meghan Sussex. This wasn't just a chat about a royal, it was a masterclass in how opinions are forged not from facts, but from a relentless echo chamber of headlines designed to vilify. Today, we're diving into that moment, unpacking the lies, the half-truths, and the uncomfortable reality of why Meghan and Harry have been punished for daring to be human. This is a story about a mirror we're too afraid to look into, a mirror that reflects not just Meghan's treatment, but who we've become as a society. So let's hold it up together and face the truth. My dear viewers, sometimes a single conversation can peel back the layers of a much larger truth, a truth about how we've been conditioned to think, to judge, to hate. On a recent LBC radio broadcast, we heard it unfold in real time. A caller, voice dripping with contradictions, laid bare the insidious ways media manipulation, unconscious bias, and public conditioning have shaped how we talk about Meghan Sussex. This wasn't just a chat about a royal. It was a masterclass in how opinions are forged not from facts, but from a relentless echo chamber of headlines designed to vilify. Today, we're diving into that moment, unpacking the lies, the half-truths, and the uncomfortable reality of why Meghan and Harry have been punished for daring to be human. Picture this. A caller phones into LBC, claiming Meghan wasn't bullied, that she was embraced by the public at first. Oh, how generous, that fleeting embrace before the knives came out. But in the same breath, she admits her worldview is shaped by the very tabloids that have built empires on Meghan's pain. She couldn't pinpoint a single thing Meghan did wrong, no concrete misstep, no clear offense. Instead, she leaned on vague feelings and recycled headlines. Meghan held her baby bump in public, spoke openly about her mental health struggles while on royal duty in South Africa, dared to be vulnerable, and somehow that was undignified. Let's pause there. In a country still grappling with the scars of apartheid, a biracial woman sharing her emotional truth wasn't undignified. It was powerful, it was human, it was real. But the caller's discomfort wasn't about dignity, it was about control, about Meghan refusing to be the silent, palatable royal accessory the press demanded. That moment on LBC, brilliantly dissected by host James O'Brien, cut straight to the core. He asked the caller one simple question: where do you get your information? Her answer: I read the papers, there it is, the smoking gun. Her opinions, her outrage, her disdain weren't born from witnessing Meghan's actions firsthand. They were fed to her by a media machine that thrives on rage clicks and manufactured scandals. The caller criticized Meghan's documentary as premeditated, her website as too polished, her love story with Harry as somehow not fitting her comfort zone. But when pressed, she had no substance, no facts, just the echoes of tabloid narratives. This is how it works. The press plants the seeds, waters them with half-truths, and watches as the public grows a garden of resentment. And let's be clear, this isn't about Meghan holding her bump or making a documentary. It's about who she is. A woman of color, an American, a feminist who dared to demand boundaries in an institution that thrives on compliance. The outrage directed at Meghan isn't random. It's rooted in what she represents. She's an outsider who walked into one of the most traditional institutions in the world and refused to shrink herself to fit its mold. She spoke openly about racism in the royal family, about the mental health toll of relentless scrutiny, about the pain of being told her unborn child's skin tone was a topic of palace concern. And for that, she was punished. The caller's attempt to equate Meghan's treatment with Camilla's is a dangerous false equivalence that insults our intelligence. Yes, Camilla faced headlines, but let's not rewrite history. Camilla was publicly exposed as a central figure in the breakdown of Princess Diana's marriage, the most beloved royal union in British history. Meghan's crime: marrying the man she loved, speaking her truth, and walking away from a system that failed to protect her. To compare the two is to ignore the glaring differences in context, intent, and impact, and to dodge the real issue: race. Let's call it what it is. The backlash against Meghan isn't just about her actions, it's about her identity. A black woman, unapologetically visible in spaces traditionally reserved for whiteness, threatens the status quo. Her independence, her voice, her refusal to be silenced challenge a media industry and a portion of the public addicted to controlling the narrative. When people say, it's not racism, it's not sexism, I want to ask, then what is it? If you can't name a specific wrong Meghan committed without quoting a tabloid or citing bad vibes, maybe the problem isn't her. Maybe it's the mirror we're too afraid to face. A mirror that shows how comfortable we've become with vilifying a woman for existing outside the lines drawn for her. The press didn't just report on Meghan, they waged a campaign to dehumanize her, to make her a caricature of everything they fear: progress, change, authenticity. And yet, Meghan and Harry keep rising. Despite the smears, the dog whistle headlines, the endless attempts to break them, they've refused to be scapegoats in a royal media circus that honestly just devours outsiders. Their Netflix docuseries laid bare their truth, not for pity, but for clarity. Their work through Archewell shows a commitment to causes bigger than themselves. And that recent Instagram video Meghan posted? Well, it's a joyful middle finger to the haters. A reminder that she's not shrinking, she's thriving. The tabloids are gasping for relevance, the trolls are screaming into their echo chambers, and Harry and Meghan, they're building a life rooted in love, purpose, and resilience. This isn't just a story of survival, it's a confrontation, a demand for accountability, a challenge to a society that's let itself be spoon-fed lies for way too long. This LBC moment wasn't just a radio call, it was a wake-up call. It really exposed how deeply media manipulation has seeped into our collective psyche, how unconscious bias shapes our judgments, and how public conditioning can turn empathy into enmity. The caller wasn't a villain. She was honestly a product of a system that thrives on division. But we don't have to be. We can actually choose to question the headlines, to seek the truth, to reject the false narratives that pit one woman against another. Meghan and Harry's story isn't about failure, it's about courage. The courage to walk away from toxicity, to protect their family, and to demand better from a world that's somehow forgotten how to listen. My dear viewers, this is really our moment to look in the mirror, to ask ourselves why we've let just a handful of media moguls dictate who we cheer for and who we condemn. To recognize that Meghan Sussex's treatment isn't just about her, it's about all of us, about the kind of world we want to live in, a world where a woman's worth isn't measured by how well she conforms, where a black woman's voice isn't silenced by headlines, where love and truth actually outweigh tradition and control. If you're tired of the lies, the bias, the cruelty disguised as journalism, then join us. Hit that subscribe button, share this story. Let's hold the mirror up together and demand a media that informs, not inflames. Let's build a future where no one is punished for being human, where compassion triumphs over clicks, and where the truth, raw, real, and unfiltered, finally wins. Hashtag justice for Meghan. Hashtag accountability for the media. The screen transitions to a montage of Meghan and Harry's moments of strength, speaking at events, laughing with their children, standing united. The hashtags justice for Meghan and accountability for the media appear in bold, glowing letters as uplifting music swells, leaving viewers inspired and ready to reflect.